Hello! Welcome to day number 2 of the Valentine's event. I I decided to use my boot camp ticket after I received it last night. It was I used it after I went to sleep though. So I'm curious to see if it would take effect in terms of the extra spawn. Huh, balanced. Okay, it's pseudo balanced anyway, so I guess it's truly balanced. So we have 2, 6, 7. I used an incense, so I should see 9 if the good camp ticket takes effect. Hey, there's Cutie Fly. Oh, okay, so it didn't take effect. We have 8 spawns. That's good to know. That means I will have 1 extra spawn next week for the first night. Cutie Fly! Oh, I see Trico as well. Flower finding, sleep. It's weird to see it without the shine in its pupils. In its eyes. I mean, I guess it's a good question. Which part is the pupil, if it has anything? Because technically it's a bug. It could have compound eyes. Okay, so we have Cutie Fly. We have a Ralts, which is the incense I used. And there's a Trico, which is very tempting. Very, very tempting. There's Jigglypuff. Three more. Stuffle and Riolu. Ooh, and another Cutie Fly. 2 Cutie Fly. And that's the same sleep style. Oh, I hope I will see more than 1 sleep style, unlike with Shuckle. That was awful. And 1 is hungry. Okay. Now the question is, I'm not gonna lie, that Trico is very tempting to me. Very tempting. I could technically... Ooh, and I got a biscuit. Technically, I could catch the Cutie Fly just with regular biscuits, because 1 is hungry, and if this one gets full, I could just catch the other one, and then use the premium to catch the Trico. But is that smart? Because technically Trico is not on my target list. It's mainly for candy, but I'm not gonna lie, it's tempting. Trico is probably going to be always tempting to me, at least until I actually invest in the one I have. I think I can. I think I can start with the regular biscuit. Ooh! Ooh! It's a mega hit! Oh, now I can definitely catch the Trico. But should I? Because now I could catch the other Cutie Fly. Also, the reason why I'm contemplating this is Cutie Fly is a temporary target. I don't think I will go after it after this event, unless I have nothing else to catch. You know what? I could see both elsewhere as well. I should focus on Cutie Fly this week. Actually, okay, I will go into detail about it later. But let's grab this Cutie Fly too. I have 4 more premium biscuits. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna feed one to this, and I'll just throw 1 biscuit at the Trico because I want to. Okay? I want to. Yeah. I don't have to justify this. I just want to feed the Trico, even though it's stupid. Give me a mega hit. It's not even guaranteed to be good even if I caught it. There we go. Okay, I'm satisfied. That's enough. Let's call it here. We have 2 Cutie Fly to check. It's just the first day. Okay. In terms of candy, I think I will go with Cutie Fly. Again, it's the event. It makes the most sense. Now, if I saw a Dratini, I think Dratini still takes some precedence over Cutie Fly because it's an island exclusive, and Cutie Fly is pretty accessible. It can spawn on Cyan Beach. Okay, let's see. Cutie Fly number 1, female, relaxed. That's energy up, XP down, not great. Okay, honey oil is not something I'm interested in. Ooh, and it has oof. 3 sub-skills focusing on its main skill. It has a helping speed S and ingredient finder S, but at level 75, it's not great. Docile is neutral. This one, oh, okay. So this is the ingredient list I'm looking for. Unfortunately, it really doesn't have a lot to offer. Again, it's pretty much a lot of inventory, but it's just ingredient finder S. No, I might save it because this is probably the only ingredient spread I'm interested in. And the reason why is I mentioned yesterday that I will look into what the production could look like at level 75, which if I had to guess, might be unlocked around this time next year, I think. And I realized that at level 75, if I can find the Dratini I'm looking for, and a cutie fly with AAC, like the second one I have. I just caught, but a good one. With my Cresselia for Cacao, I could actually make, theoretically, I could actually make that new dish during good camp ticket days or weeks. Whenever I use a good camp ticket or I have enough, whatever, you get it. Now, I will still need to save honey because it won't produce enough honey, but it's doable, especially for the strongest dessert. So it's kind of a long term catch that, again, it's very niche in terms of usability, but it might not be bad specifically because my Cresselia can produce a lot of cacao, which I'm so lucky I got that ingredient spread on my Cresselia. And the corn supplements the corn from my Dratini, the Dragonite that I am interested in for that dish. So that covers oil, that covers corn, covers cacao almost entirely. So it won't be difficult to save up some cacao beforehand, and and some honey. But that is probably the only option that I'm interested in. So, and I need a really good one. Like, honestly, probably most of my targets, I'm really aiming high in terms of productivity, which doesn't make it easier, especially when we're talking about an ingredient Pokemon. But that's part of the challenge, I guess, or the journey. Once you find one of those, it can go a long way. I will also say, if the opportunity shows up under the right circumstances, despite my previous claims about not investing in another Pokemon of the same species that I already invested in I might make an exception for Bulbasaur because it's my favorite and I love it. So if I could find Honey Tomato Honey, I might do it. I'm not happy about that option, but I won't lie and say that it's Bulbasaur. I mean, how can you say no to that face? Especially if it comes shiny. Could you imagine? And I don't want the mono. I want specifically Honey Tomato Honey. Yes, it will still fall short a little bit for that main dish, but honey and tomatoes at least have some synergy with another dish. I think it's one of the curries. I don't remember the name. Could it be the pancakes? Scary face pancakes? I don't remember exactly. But it has both honey and tomatoes. So it could be interesting. I don't think it would produce enough tomatoes for that. But still. That being said, I kind of question how am I supposed to reach Master 20, although it should be guaranteed. Despite me not running a good camp ticket yesterday, even without a good camp ticket, just with the event bonus, I should, without the good camp ticket, I should be able to reach 5,200,000 and something at the end of the event, which is slightly over what is required for Master 20. With the good camp ticket, I am projected to make 6.2 million. I would say probably 6 because I missed yesterday in terms of the bonuses of the good camp ticket. So it's still way over what is needed. But I'm just looking at the numbers and like, what's the daily projection here? 6 million. 6.2, okay? Let's say 6. 6 divided by 7. I know it's not a true calculation here. That's not how it works. But let's just say for simplicity's sake. 6 divided by 7. It's probably somewhere around the 900k, I want to say. No. 8.5k per day. Something around that. I don't have the math in me right now. I guess we'll see. Obviously Sunday adds a lot to the strength. I am hoping though that by Sunday, I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I am hoping to be able to reach Master 20 before Sunday, so I could actually make the new dish on Sunday, because I saved up the ingredients. So the more I could make it, the better to level it up. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, I'm close here to Master 3. I think I'm going to save... Puberty voice. I think I'm going to save my Dratini incense to later this week. I'll start with the Rawls incenses, then move on to Stuffle, and maybe lastly use the Dratini incense. I think that's a good way to go about this. Out of curiosity, this is the new dish. I want to check how much of each ingredient I have. Okay, honey, oil, corn. Okay, that should be enough. Anyway, that's all for today. Until next time, have a good one.